Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Let's now talk about what's really happening in Bengaluru. Bengaluru faced a massive traffic jam on Wednesday evening because of a bandh call that had been given by today. So citizens faced a lot of problems, people who were rushing for meetings or important work, even some of them trying to reach hospitals. Many citizens have come out and voiced their concerns that despite a government change that has happened as early as just 4 months ago, nothing really has changed on the ground, which is leading to the larger question that why is it impossible to find a long-term solution for Bengaluru? I have two very interesting guests now joining us. We have Rishivaths, who's joining us. He in fact is the guy, if all of you would have seen that viral video which went viral on social media where people actually ordered food as they were stuck in that traffic jam. He's going to talk to us about what really happened. We also have brand guru Harish Bijur now joining us. Gentlemen, good to have both of you with us here on CNN News 18. Rishivaths, I'd like to first begin with you. We all saw that video that went viral. Usually people get agitated, angry when they're stuck in a traffic jam for that long. Help us understand what really happened with you. How did you get that idea of ordering food? Where were you going? How long were you actually stuck on the road?
So we were actually leaving to one of our friends' place. We were 4 friends in the car and we were supposed to travel about 7 kilometers. So in the map, it showed us that it's going to take around 1.45 hours for 7 kilometers. That's like very long. And the idea came out from my friend called Shruti, who was sitting behind, and she was very hungry and she wanted to have some food. Unfortunately, we were not able to stop anywhere. We were choked in the ORR jam. Like, let's say on the front, back, you can't even take backside or you can't go anywhere. Okay. And then she just thought, let me order something to eat. And we saw Domino's Pizza, which had a 30-minute delivery. We were lucky enough to get, first of all, I would like to thank the delivery guy who called because if he wouldn't have delivered this order, I think this video wouldn't have become viral. I want to give credits to him. I think humanity exists. Sure. Imagine what he says that, no, I'll not deliver you. I'll deliver only to the location where you've ordered. So we were about 200 meters away from where we have put up the location. Okay. The idea basically came out that let's collect it on the way. So we saw the nearby Domino's and that's how we wanted to have something to eat. We were out of options. Imagine if someone wants to use a washroom, loo or someone. I think it's very difficult, right?
Yeah, so I agree with the point that you're making that here, of course, this was just food related and you managed to get your delivery, many calling it absolutely peak Bengaluru moment. But what if this was a real emergency or a medical emergency? Then what happens? And this is where I want to bring Harish also in the conversation. Harish, over the last few years, we talk about this every few months, that what is a long-term solution for Bengaluru? People were stuck for upwards of 4 hours. Why is it so difficult for any political party, any government to try and tackle this issue?
Ridhima, this is really not about political party. It's really not about any government. It's much beyond because Bengaluru has grown beyond its means. And I do believe, when it comes to infrastructure, we seem to be having issues. And the second thing is, the congestion index of the city has gone bonkers. So much so that, we are unable to manage it. If you look at the outer ring road, and if you look at the number of offices that we have out there, the number of residential complexes we already have there, the number of new buildings coming up in every vacant plot that you can think of. I mean, we are congesting the city beyond our imagination. As we do that, we must be ready. If you congest the city in terms of buildings, vertical buildings, which actually go into every nook and cranny, you need to be ready to congest our roads as well. And you need to be ready to take the brunt of congested roads in the future. And to that extent, I think we're writing a self-fulfilling prophecy for ourselves to say that Bengaluru is going to be a congested city. Bengaluru traffic is going to be the slowest in the world. At this point of time, we're the second slowest traffic in the world. And give us another year, maybe we might beat that number up and, be the number 1 slowest in the world. So we need to be prepared for it. I think the answer lies in technology. The answer lies in very stern action which needs to be taken to decongest Bengaluru. We've become too much of a magnet city. I think we need to demagnetize. And demagnetizing means developing other centers with equal magnet capacity like Bengaluru is and has been all this time.
Yeah, Harish, I'll come back to you to try and understand what are the possible ways of decongesting a city like Bengaluru. But I want to go back to Rishi to try and understand that this is a sad reality for most Bengalurans on a day-to-day basis. Rishi, help us understand, if viewers who are not accustomed to what traffic in Bengaluru looks like, on a average, how many times in a week is this a reality for most of you?
See, the traffic piles up a lot on the midweek, let's say Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There is a hybrid system in place, but yesterday was Wednesday and there was a Bandh on Tuesday, right? And like a lot of vehicles were stranded outside the state. And like, and on a working day, let's say Wednesday, everyone comes to the office. That's the common day where even a hybrid system will have to, the employee should go to the office.
Yeah.
It has to be like there has to be some sort of let's say the ORR has to have some kind of association or something, and then where they have to all the companies should team up together and say let's have only on certain days. All 5 working days is going to be a big mess. I think you're going to spend more time in traffic than you're working in the office.
Yeah. Harish, I want to come back to you. We did see a tweet that came in from Mohandas Pai earlier in the day, and he raised exactly the same question, that when elections are near, you see these tall promises that are being made, every government saying that we will change the scenario. It's been only 4 months since the Congress government came to power, but the reality is still same for the people. When political parties go forward, call for these Bengaluru Bandhs or whatever it is, it causes maximum distress to the common citizens. So why do you think this keeps happening without a long-term solution? This is exactly what I was trying to understand a short while ago as well, because this is what the voter or the common citizen today is saying, that it makes no difference. Then any political party can come. My life doesn't really change.
Ridhima, a lot of you will smirk when I say that Bengaluru is possibly the largest congregation of the most intelligent people in India. Okay. Now, people will throw stones at me and people will troll me and say, how dare you say that about only Bengaluru? But believe it or not, we're a very intelligent city. My friend out here is laughing and he is one of them. If you really look at it, these intelligent people can actually put intelligent solutions into place. So I think it's about having a commitment to put together intelligent solutions. Let me tell you one solution that I am in the process of putting together with a very dear techie friend of mine. I'm putting together an algorithm, a traffic, density algorithm, which actually depends on predictive analytics in terms of, every area. We have divided Bengaluru into about 243 different distinct arenas. And we are saying that, we can actually predict how many people live here, what is the congestion index, what is the vertical index versus the horizontal index. Because the horizontal index is easier to manage than the vertical index. The congestion, metric for offices, the congestion metric for schools, hospitals, commercial places, etc. Now, what's the idea of this predictive analysis model? Very simply, we know what happens in Bengaluru because we have past data with us. We have a long stretch of road, let's say a 4.5 kilometer stretch of road, and we clearly know that this much of traffic sits on it. If there's a holiday tomorrow, how many more people will come onto it? If it's a long weekend, how many people are escaping the city to get out of the city back home? If it's a school function, what's going to happen, etc., etc. So I think over a period of time, we hope to put together a package which will every day alert people to say which roads to avoid. Because believe it or not, the solution lies in people's sensitivity of not using some roads. It's not about infrastructure. The infrastructure is limited. It's also already laid out there. Unless we have double-decker roads and triple-decker roads, which don't seem to be coming up for sure, you can't do that. So you have to avoid. So this is a two-way traffic. On one hand is the government and the infrastructure that it puts together. On another hand is the citizen. The two need to meet. And the two need to say that, hey, listen, both of us will take care. Look at traffic density. For every 18-year plus individual in Bengaluru city, there is one vehicle registered. Okay, which means that if we have a 140 lakh population, there are more than 100 lakh vehicles in the city.
I think I agree with the point that Harish is making.